So what's up everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Magicka and today we're going to be talking about my Magicka DK. I want to tell you a little bit about how I got here, the gear that I'm using, the abilities, the skills, a little bit about it, and so we're just going to jump straight into it to get started. The inventory, going into my weapons. For my first weapon on my front bar, I'm using a sharpened infernal staff. For my main hand backup, I'm using a sharpened infernal staff as well. For armor, I have the headpiece is going to be Grothar heavy, and the shoulder is going to be Grothar heavy, and that makes up the monster set. For the chest, waist, hands, legs, and feet, I'm using Silks of the Sun, and all of it does have gold glyphs, enchantments. On all of it, max Magicka enchantments all the way across the board, basically. For my jewelry, I'm using Necklace of Willpower and 2 Rings of Willpower, again with maximum spell damage enchantments, gold glyphs. My weapons also have gold glyphs on them. On my front bar, I use a weapon damage enchantment, and on my back bar, I use Fiery Weapon enchantment for my flame staff. And going on to my character. So my maximum Magicka is at 38,647. My maximum health is at 18,194, and my maximum stamina is at 10,314. Now looking on the other side, Magicka recovery is 724, which is not bad. Could be a lot better though. Health recovery is 257, and stamina recovery is 565. My spell damage is at 2172. I can increase this by buffing it and using one of the abilities I have. Let me show you what I mean. Now my spell damage was increased to 2606, and my weapon damage was also increased to 1401 to be exact. My spell crit is 57.9. I don't need more than that. I'm pretty happy with where it's at. My weapon crit is at 35.9. That I could have increased a little bit. Maybe anything above 40 I'd be happy with. My spell resistance is currently at 15,664, and my physical resistance is at 10,549, followed by my critical resistance at 249. I have a Dragon Star Arena Champion title that I earned. I did the arena on normal. I haven't done it on vet. I tried, actually. Let me take that back. I did try it and it didn't work out, so I ended up going back in with another group later, and we did it on normal, and I was able to beat it with them, and we got the titles for that. Magicka, I currently have 64 points into Magicka. I am using the Mundus Stone, known as the Thief, and I'm currently a stage 3 vampire. I like running around at stage 4 because of the recovery benefits. Then I use a tri-stat food. This is a bi-stat. I think I ran out of the tri-stat, so I used one of these for right now. Major Prophecy and Major Savagery, I gained that from Flames of Oblivion, I believe, for having that slotted. And I'm an ESO Plus member. I will tell you, if you're not an ESO Plus member, you need to become an ESO Plus member because it is awesome. You get a bunch of different benefits, perks, including crowns that you get to use in the crown store towards upgrades, maybe, you know, things like that. So yeah, let's go on to my skills so you can see what I have slotted. On my front bar, single target bar, I have Flame Lash, which procs to Power Lash when you stun an enemy or knock them off balance. Engulfing Flames is a dot that deals a lot of damage. It's very good. I usually greet the trash mobs or the boss with this, and then lay down the rest of my attacks. Burning Embers is a very powerful dot, and it also heals you. Flames of Oblivion is what gives me the Major Prophecy and the Major Savagery for having it slotted. You can scroll down, you see it there. While slotted, you gain Major Prophecy and Major Savagery, increasing your spell and weapon crit ratings by 2191. Molten Armaments is what I use to increase my spell damage. So before I start any fight, I'll usually hit Flames of Oblivion and then Molten Armaments. So moving on to my ultimate, on my front bar is Standard of Might. And everybody knows that this is a very strong ultimate, powerful, and it lasts for a pretty long time. 17 seconds is pretty decent. Let's move on to my back bar. We have Blockade of Fire, Engulfing Flames, Flame Pulsar, Flames of Oblivion, Draw Essence. This is like one of my favorite ones. You basically inhale all of the air around you, and 2.5 seconds later you explode and everything just blows up. Then we have Eye of the Flame for the ultimate on my AoE bar. Very powerful. I love it. It's awesome. It's everything just melts around me when I use all these abilities stacked together. It's awesome. So now that I've talked to you about the inventory, which are my weapons, my armor, my jewelry, I talked to you about my character, my stats. I showed you the where I'm currently at number-wise. I am CP 311. I talked to you also about the skills that I'm using currently and what I have slotted to help me. So now I'm gonna go into my champion tree. We're gonna start out in the tower. I currently have 0 points in the tower. I'm using 52 Arcanist and 52 Tenacity, 0 in the Shadow tree. And moving on to the blue tree, we have the Apprentice. I'm using 36 Elfborn, 36 Elemental Expert, 31 Master at Arms, and 0 for the Ritual tree, nothing. Moving on to the red tree, the Steed, I have 35 in Ironclad. Then we have in the Lady, 34 in Hardy, and 35 in Elemental Defender. And these are based on my CP points at the moment. As I increase, I will be adding more points, and probably make an update video for Horns of the Reach for my Magicka DK, and hopefully by then I'll have some more CP points, and I'll go over the champion tree again in case I've made any changes after the patch. So we have in the Lord, which is the last tree, nothing. And that concludes my champion points. So let me talk to you a little bit about this rotation. I have to give a big thanks to my buddy Biggs, who helped me put it together. Before I had this rotation, I was kind of struggling. I remember I had just started out the game 2.5 months ago, and I was very squishy until I started learning how to properly use this rotation, and now everything just melts. So the idea is you lay Blockade, Engulfing Flames, Draw Essence to heal you in case your health goes down. You use Flame Pulsar, and then everything explodes around you. So one more time: Blockade, Engulfing Flames, Draw Essence, Pulsar, and then everything blows up. But since everything died, it didn't blow up. See if I can do it on these guys over here. These Borgs. Hey buddy, you too. Alright, so here we go. So you're gonna lay Blockade. So it's Blockade, Engulfing Flames, Draw Essence, Pulsar, and everything blows up. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you a basic runaround of my Magicka DK and how I use it. Please make sure to tune in for the next update. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now, and hit the bell button also so you don't miss any videos that I post coming up. Alright guys.